Okay, is that working? You guys hear me? Put my mic off to the side here, but hopefully everybody can hear me. We are going to fix a card. Gotta fix a card here. So, let's fix this pip card. And let everything crash because it just won't stay open. I have to come back and redo the live stream. It just will not stay open. Nothing will. Ah. I hope it's not. Stuff's kind of messing up here. I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to get to work here. I might have to come back and reset my PC. You can't see certain chat boxes and stuff. This is nice. Fantastic. I love the technical problems. I love the technical problems. I have no idea what is going on here. I have no idea. But I'm trying to figure it out. It's kind of being funky, so I very may well have to restart and come back in. And I'm not. I don't know what's going on here. But how's everybody doing? We're gonna fix this little. But how's everybody doing? Guy right here. We're gonna fix this little. But how's everybody doing? Guy right here. And I think these were right. I can't remember. We gotta fix him around. It's more of his stats we gotta fix. This is where I left off yesterday. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix his stats so they are a little more accessible, not crazy. Trying to get. This is how I can see kick. It's from my web browser, but I don't know what's happening here. Let me open this one more time. Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening. There's kick. Open up the dashboard again. I need to put a second screen in here. Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to continue on and try to. Okay. So you know what? I'm just going to continue on and fix this card here. So fix this card. Let's see. So you guys hear any music? Alright, so we're gonna fix this card. We're gonna fix. Alright, so we're gonna fix this card. And I'm echoing through kick. There we go. Okay, now this part's working. Make sure. Yep. Okay, we're good. How my 3 peeps over there viewing? Okay, so we're gonna fix this card. And then we'll probably work on another one. So the things I was going to fix were his stats. He's a fighter, so a fighter is level 3. So he's a common. I have my little some notes that I've been making for this trading card game for a while now. And so we're going to fix Pip up. It's a pretty cute little penguin. So we're going to fix him up here. We need this as well. And there we go. That'll help me. I can figure out where I'm at here. Alright, so a tablet. We're going to need that bad boy. So he's a fighter, so he's gonna have high attack, high defense, but low HP. And so he has way higher HP. So he's gonna have higher attack, higher defense, low HP. Well, if you guys are viewing and you want to know more about what I'm doing here, I'm creating a trading card game for those who are new in here. And basically I'm making one of the cards right now. This is actually one of the first Mons I drew for the game, named Pit. He's a little penguin guy there, you can tell. He's one of the first ones I drew for the entire game. And it's pretty cool looking. But basically I'm gonna fix his like attack, defense, and HP. When I first made these, some of them were like 1.5 million attack and stuff. I thought, oh, that'd be cool and make it different. But the fact was that it started not to make a whole lot of sense, because I was like, okay, nobody's gonna want to do that much math to subtract, you know, their HP from the person's attack. So I was like, yeah, I want to make it a little more simple for people to enjoy. So we got to give them an HP. I'm going to start this HP. And the way I base this, they have a base stats. So base stats from 1 to 30 is from 0 to 30. When I first did it, it was like 0 to 3,000. But like I said, I changed all that. So he has lower HP, meaning I'm gonna give him like 20 HP. That's what I'm gonna give him here. I'm gonna center this. I can center it. Center it. Let's do it. That's centered. Okay, so there we go. He's got 20 HP. I'll start there. And then I said he has higher attack and higher defense. So let's give him. Let's max his attack out here, actually. We'll give him 30 attack, and then I'll give him 25 defense. We'll go with that. Looks pretty good. I have to switch to kick here to see the chat, but like I said, you can drop in and say hi. And I'm always wanting to take, you know, what is that? Feedback. You know, I just want to build a community around the game and help develop it and make it better. And nothing here is set in stone completely yet. And that's why I'm live streaming me designing the cards, because I want to build a community around it so they get to see the work and what is being done. And, you know, they get a voice in there to help me. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to take his HP. So let's take his HP. And, okay, let's see. So he's got 20 HP. We'll go like 50%. So 50% of his HP is, oops, like 10. So we'll go 10, 50. Trying to see what a good number was that would balance out. Alright, so there we go. Now, I don't remember if these icons are actually lined up properly, so I'm gonna find out here in a second. Oops, somebody's walking by my front door. Alright, so here's Electri. That'll be a good example of this, because I actually worked on this card last night during the live stream. Those are dead perfect. That was really it on him. It looks pretty good. And I think I put a... No, that wasn't it. I don't know what that layer is, but we're getting rid of that. Wait, what did I get rid of? Oh yeah, whoops, wrong part. We don't want... I don't know what that layer is. Definitely getting rid of that. Oh, I already have the brightness layer on. Alright, let me make sure his ultimate unlimited form, which means all that means is that is the, like, all the really rare cards that are the ones you want to like pull if you're a collector, look like this. They have white borders, they're holographic, and they have an alternate color scheme from what the original card had. And it also has this little, right here, it has a W like that, 2 U's, W, just a double U, like a, and it looks like that. Looks pretty cool. He was an easy fix though. There wasn't much to really fix on Pip. But we're gonna pretty much design an entire new card as well. We designed this one, we finished designing this one last night, Electron. So we got that. And he's pretty, excuse me, he's up there. I don't think I was gonna give Pip any abilities. No. He's just kind of a cute little creature that's in the game. I also need to look at that. So we got Pip there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save this because we got Pip, and then we have Electron, so we'll save him. Close that out. And now I think I'm going to open up a new one. Whoops. We'll go here because I have everything saved in the cloud. There's status counters. So now, who do I work on is the real question here. Let me turn off the ring. There we go. Now I won't hear people walking in front of the door. Okay. So I could work on the one I'm drawing too. Oh, you know what? I have a couple actually to still work on that I'm not done with, that I gotta fix. You say completed cards, they were complete, but now I gotta go fix them. So where are they at? Watermons. Alright, let's work on Dordle because I don't know if I actually, it says 5 days ago. Or did I finish Dordle? I might have finished, it looks like I might have finished Dordle. Oh, no I did not. Definitely did not finish Dordle. Let's make sure this is, it's just these 2 pieces I need. I need to make sure that I have no idea where it just pasted it. So let's do this. Let's click right here. Let's put it above that layer. There it is. I think these are correct. They are not correct. Definitely not correct. Okay, so we do got some stuff to fix here. I think even, yep, we gotta fix these. These are all too small. And this is not the correct, so we will fix Dordle. Okay, so we got Pip done. He was an easy fix. Oh, I need to make sure also that this is correct. Yep, 2 pixels high. Alright, so Pip's done. Got Pip done. How my 3 viewers just chilling there. just watching me like, what the hell is this guy doing? So let's fix this. I need to, I'm gonna start here at the top. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's delete this. Delete that. Click on this watermark. Paste this in there. Drag it up. And this should be 4 pixels apart. Yeah, that'll be 4. So now I got to, I'm just gonna take, how many did I give him? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are, this is his ability pool, and Mons who have abilities all have an ability pool that they use. Oh. And that ability pool is important because it works like an MP bar in a turn-based RPG. So when you use that bar, it'll run out, and then you have to refill that using, you know, item cards or other mon abilities, and then they can reuse those bars or these abilities once you fill those up again. Okay. Oh, whoops. So we got this. So we'll hide that. Actually, don't hide that. I need this layer right here because it needs to be in the center. That looks good. Kind of. Still gonna adjust it. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. So now he had 6 ability pool points. So we're going to take this, go Control C, Control V, space them 4 pixels apart. We're going to do it again. 4 pixels apart. And we're going to do it again. I have to go get me some water. More water is what I should say, because I had a glass. Not 2 cents. Just so there's 5. 4 pixels apart. And here's 6. 4 pixels apart. And this is his move. It's called Aqua Blast. See, so I was working on this because I actually want to bring this up too. This feels a little low. That looks much better. I think being a little higher. Let's kind of center this right there. And then we're going to bring it over so it's lined up with the first letters. Much better. It says during your turn, you can target any of your opponent's mons. And I got to fix this part. Any mon targeted by this ability loses 35 HP. Okay, so that sounds about right. Got my peeps and kick here, and then I got my one in YouTube. What am I saving there? Nothing. Form roll, second form, summon requires 1 turn to summon, so he requires 1 turn to summon. We're going to take this out. Because I remember I don't want to do additions now. I'm just gonna not do any addition. So we got that. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix this too. I just remembered this. Control V. Wait, Control Z actually. Click on this. Make sure it's like a layer above it or in the same kind of layer. Oops. Oh, come on, man. Control V. Putting it in the tight spot there. And we'll make it 4 apart. Get up here. Okay, now we got Aqua Blast. And this is his form summon, which you have to do from Centortal. And I'm going to change this. We're actually going to bring this in. Enter. And then we're going to drag it out over just a little bit. There we go. Because I had it at the edge for the rest of them. So if anybody wants to say hi, I'm down to chat. I'm going to keep building these bad boys here. So, now this is actually wrong because this should not be there. And then I need to adjust those. So actually, let's take this out. Let's take this out. Let's go Control V. The one I got to take out is right here. Delete that. Got this one and this one. We're going to drag it over. And we're going to go 4 pixels apart. But I also need to, I think I have to bring, actually I got to open up one of these again. We don't want these because they are not correct whatsoever. We'll rename that door tool when time comes. So let's get rid of those. Alright, now we're going to go back. A good example of this is his first form, which has the correct, so the 5 pixels. Yeah. 3, 4, yep, 5 pixels. So on Dortal, that's that. Okay, you know what? I need to go right there. Paste this right there. Wait. Screw it up here. Oh, so put this right now. Control C. I need to actually name this stuff. Click on it, Control C, delete that, because it would make a huge difference if I did that. Okay, paste that right there. That's slightly off, but it looks cool. You just notice that it's a hair off on the sides, but it's fine. Well, hi, my 5 peeps viewing me on Kick here. Making a trading card game. That's what I'm doing essentially. I need to move these now to down. These need to be 5 pixels away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they're 5. Alright, now actually need to take this layer, move it up. And come on. That is too close to the edge. There we go. Alright. It's looking better. 5, right? Yep. Okay, so now we're going to go over and we got to drag all of this now. And I'm just going to line this up where it needs to be. And this is actually, I think this was 3 pixels. No, 4 pixels. So this needs to go up a tad. Then, actually need to move this, go Control T. Kind of center this. Damn it. Yeah, we could probably go over it just a little more here. Nah, actually, I might get over this way a little bit more. Actually, that is dead. I hold shift down, that's the center. Okay, so now, let's take this out, and take that one out. And we're gonna take this one, and this one. And we're gonna pick, oh, joke's on me. We're gonna copy these, Control C, Control V. We're gonna go over 4 pixels again. So let me line this up here, actually. First, let me line it up. Okay, now let's take everything. I won't take everything because guess what? I'm not on the right one above it. Joke's on me, kids. Alright. Now let's move it over. I'm gonna go 4 pixels. Down, lined up, 4 pixels. On to the next guy. Seems like everything's working good again. Okay, so now for this, I do need to go label this, like I said, and I'll do that. I think that's about right. Yeah, that is. Alright, so now we're going to move it as 1 layer and go 4 pixels. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, on to the lightning layer now. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Control V. Oh, hello. Why? Why you gotta do me like that, man? Yeah, that looks good. Now we just gotta move all these over 4 pixels right here. I think it's correct actually right there. It is. Alright, see, that looks much better. Now we're gonna do this and go here, because the next thing we need is this X and this 2. We're gonna copy those layers and then we're gonna paste them in here. I think it did paste in there. I couldn't tell though. Just click here. It's easier if I just do this. Just click directly on the layer itself and then paste it in. Where'd it go? I know I had to paste it in. There it is. It's just a little hard to see there, number 2. Now, this bottom part is its weakness. These are all the mons he's weak to. If they attack him, they're going to do 2 times as much damage. Yeah, there we go. Got Dortal in here. Looking pretty cool there. Oh, I need to fix the 4,000 BPM up. Okay, BPM. Beats per minute is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for BP, which stands for battle points, guys. I always typically take their HP and then I think of like what percentage I want of that HP to come up with how many battle points he's gonna lose when he's knocked out. You have a set amount of battle points. You have 1,000 battle points, and when you're knocked out, you lose battle points whenever that mon is knocked out, and you lose that from your battle points. So he's 45. Dortal's got 45 battle points, and we're going to times that by, let's start with 20%. Oops. That's only 9 points. I think that is because he's level 38. We're going to go higher. We're going to go first. We'll go higher. We'll go 60. What's 70? So let's try 65. 62 maybe. 65. We'll go 65. That's 60. So we're gonna go about 55%, which yeah, it's almost 25. So we're gonna do that. Did I have that on pip though? Maybe I'll go up. I'm gonna go 20. I'm gonna stick it at 25. Or you know what? I'm gonna stick it at 30. I'm just gonna go straight 30. Straight 30 on Dortal here. I'm gonna save, just in case. So one time I was doing it and the stream crashed. There we go. Now let's save again. So now we got Dortal here. Looks really cool. Now this artwork does take me a while because I do draw all this myself. It looks pretty cool. So now I got Centortal to work on too. So we're going to keep Dortal open because all of this stuff should be correct now. We're going to close. I don't know why I closed Dortal. That was not what I wanted. Dortal. This is copy. We're going to change the name of that. Oh, I'm not done yet. I got to do his Ultimate Unlimited form. Bring the brightness down actually on this. Oh, that's going to be really low. That looks pretty good at 23. And he has 88 contrast. Because now, is he rare at 38? Yeah. No, he needs to be. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna take this. Where's my pencils? I'm just gonna use this pen. We're gonna scratch this off. And this. And this is going to. So here's how we're going to do it. Commons from 1 to 30 are going to be rare. Or, sorry. Commons from 1 to 30. Let me redo this. This is where I screwed up. Commons from 1 to 30. Commons are from levels 1 to 30. Jesus. And then rares, which are blue. That's what this little R in the corner stands for. Are 30 to 50. And then epics are 50 to 80. Legendaries are from 80 to 100. And then ultimate unlimiteds are from any number to 100, basically. It's going to be from level 1 to 100. Basically from 0 to 100 or 1. We'll go 1 to 100. From 1 to 100 are ultimate unlimiteds. That's what we're going to do. Think of them like special event mons. Kind of like in the Pokemon games, you get like special mystery gifts or, you know, like event Pokemon cards that you get. This is kind of like that, but you can get these in a pack, basically, and you'll always have them. And right now, he's not, like, this is just his common, like, form you'd find in a pack. But here's the difference. This, and this can happen to any mon. They're gonna have a form that looks like what I'm about to show you. Go up, and look, it should look like that. He's going to look just like that is in Ultimate Unlimited form. He has completely different colors, like entirely different. Even the little like icons for his abilities and his weaknesses, those all change colors. The background changes colors. Everything about it changes colors. The stick changes colors. Centortle, this is, and so I kept Centortle this color because that's what color his Ultimate Unlimited form is. So maybe you have an Ultimate Unlimited set of these, which would be pretty cool if you think about it. And they're almost like special events that you get every month or 2 months, or I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna do that. So I'll figure that part out. But anyhow, looks pretty cool. Dortle's down and Centortle. And I'm gonna go get me some water because my mouth is really dry right now. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some water here. Yes, my wall is bare right there because I have to repad it. Okay. Woo! Okay. Water's always good. I'm gonna put it right here because I don't want to knock it over and then spill it. That would be bad. Okay, so I'm gonna put in the little weight guy right there in the corner. I don't even know what that means. I'm just putting it down in the corner. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Doodle. I appreciate that. Is that what it says? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to my chat there. Yes. Thanks, Doodle. I appreciate that. Over on there on YouTube. So yeah, this is a mon here. His name's Dortle. And then so here's the first form. Okay, we'll start here. This is the first form. His name's Centortle. And I want you to see something when it changes. And these, you get turns to change these. So he's got a leaf in his mouth. Then he's got a stick in his mouth. And then, which we're going to work on this one next. This is a full set. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. This is Quartice, but I got to actually figure out which one I used. Oh, it was probably this one I did 7 days ago. Yeah. So here's Quartice, who's got a giant stick, and as you can see. Now this is what I was talking about, were these stats right here. They are just too much, I think, in terms of it, like playing the game. It would feel, it's not that it wouldn't feel balanced, it would just feel overwhelming to do all that math just to take away from attack from HP. Like, I mean, I know Yu-Gi-Oh's got some crazy stuff in there, but I want to make this like accessible to, you know, everybody. So I'm trying to really hone down and break these cards down a lot better. Thank you, Doodle. I appreciate the comments there. Thank you very much. So yeah, so we're gonna readjust his stats as well. And I don't think these, and like this is why I went and copied this little watermark. So if you guys don't know, let me break a card down. If you're new here, let me break down all the points of the card really quick so you understand exactly what's happening. And I can tell you about the battle mechanics. If you want to know, just let me know in the chat, because I have like a little table I made of the battle mechanics so you can see those. I can show you. But basically, obviously the name, the level, and then these are battle points. Every player has 1,000 battle points. And when the Mon is knocked out or killed, you lose like 30 battle points. You lose those from your 1,000 battle points. Every Mon has HP, attack, and a defense. These are called, this is a rule bar right here. So this lets you know any kind of rule in the game. And for him, it's called a form rule. So in order to take this form, which is the second form of Centortles, you can see form. And I have an image of Centortle form summoned from Centortle. You have to wait one turn in order to form summon to Dortle. Then also, this is his class. He's a tank. So the tanks typically have very high defense, and their HP is very similar to that in balance, but a little less. But they always have lower attack because they're not going to be as strong. His type is a turtle. This is their monster number. So he's Mon number 4. And, this water mark in the right-hand corner is his attribute. So he is a water type Mon. Water attribute. And then we have a pool here. So in this pool, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This ability uses cards from this pool right here. And there are what are called attribute cards. And you take those and you place them under the Mon. So like, I don't have an attribute card, but like here's Centortle right here. Is this prototype I made. But basically, you would have these attribute cards. Let's say these are the attribute cards. They're not. They're just the other prototypes I was working with. They would go under Centortle like this, but if he had an ability. And so they'd go under Dortle, and every time you use Aqua Blast, you have to remove one of those attribute cards from the pool, which is underneath the card, and it uses that ability. And you can run out. So once you use all 6 of these, you run out and you can't use his ability until you restore this pool. And you can restore this pool with like item cards or ability cards, or maybe like a Mon ability, or maybe you have like equipment you put on them, like an accessory or a weapon that restores one attribute to your pool every turn or something like that, or every 2 turns. So you have cards like that too. And so that's what this is. This is his attribute pool, and that's how you use these abilities. And this tells you how much it costs from that attribute pool. These are Dortle's weaknesses. He's weak to wind, ice, grass, and lightning. And so Dordle, I better change this back too. That's his weaknesses in the game. This is just the pack, and then this is when I started creating the game, which I actually started creating the game way before that. I just never like fully committed myself to it until now. This R in the corner is his like rarity of the card. Like there's common, rare, which he is, epic, which is purple, and rare's blue, common's white, and then there's legendary, which is orange, and then that 2U that you saw in the corner, that's called an ultimate unlimited. And so that determines the rarity of the card. So let's see, and just in case you didn't hear me, bud, or sign to chat. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do it for my phone because it's a lot easier. Click his name. Can I just do at? Nope, it's not like that. Hopefully you heard me there, dude. Well, I'm gonna just say thanks in there, so you know. So, yeah, that's how a card is broken down, and that's how you know everything. And there are a lot of like other mechanics I haven't even mentioned. There's like a counter mechanic. There's what else? There's a counter mechanic. There's like counters, like not counter. There's status counters, and they can do things like poison damage. You can paralyze them. You could freeze them. You could make them blind so that when you attack on a turn, a matter of fact, that is something else I just thought about. Before I go into Quartice, I think I have a blind counter, but I didn't mention. I said on Ligon, it might be Ligon. It is right here. State rules can be removed with items or abilities. That's what this is. This is a blind status. That's right, I didn't put them on there because I'm going to make a mat that has the stats, like stats what they do on the side. And so it'll tell you, but this, like a stat right here, can actually be like it'll make your target miss attacks. So you got to flip a coin to basically counter that, or not counter that. So if you're attacking and your Mon's blind because of Ligon's ability, let's say you got to call heads or tails, and if you, let's say you say heads and it lands on heads, your attack will land. But if it lands on tails, your attack's gonna miss and it's not gonna hit them. So that's essentially what that means. And I forgot I was gonna make a column in itself about how that affects the Mons. But let's go on and work on Quartice. I think the only card that really has a, if I remember right, where's the lightning Mons? Electri. See, I don't need this. This Electri is, I don't need that one anymore. I need this Electri. We did this yesterday. So here's Lightning Jam. And he has the ability to counter. So player calls heads or tails. If the coin lands on the player's call, then the attacking Mon takes Electri's attack as damage. However, if it's called wrong, then Electri takes 25 extra damage plus the attacking Mon's attack. So that would suck if you flip the coin. But I think that's cool because it forces players to have a little bit of strategy, and it forces them to think, do I really want to make that decision, you know? And then there's an ability he has called Charge. So boost Electri's attack by 10 points. The max amount of times you can do it is 6. So his attack's 100, so you could get to 160 with this ability. But this right here is what you got to balance it out with. So you could run out basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6. So you would run out if you used it all 6 times. You have to restore his pool. But there's something like that. There's a counter ability like that. Like I said, there's ability called Aqua Blast. But you got to be careful because you can run out of those abilities. And I didn't mean to close one of them. Dortal, I need to open back up. Dortal is a water. Okay, so we're gonna need him. Let me get some water again. I don't want. Like I said, I gotta fix all these stats because they're absolutely insane. He has a move called Tsunami. During your turn, you can target any of your opponent's mons. Any mon targeted by this ability loses. It was insane, but I was like, no, okay, that's. I mean, I wanted to make it accessible, like I said, and that just felt like it was really too much math for people to do. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna make this a little easier. So we're gonna tone this down a bit. What level is he? He's level 75. Thus meaning, I pull out my handy tablet again, where my notes are. His base stats for level 75, he's from level 50 to 80, so he can have stats anywhere from 150 to 500. That's quite a bit. And that's because of how high he is right there, just in his level. But, that being said, he's a tank. Which means a tank has high HP and high defense, but very low attack. So, I think it's at 150 to 500. So, I'm going to try this real quick. Whoops, I'm going to open this back up. Let's do what did I say? 50 to 80. And so I said 100 to 500 times, or sorry, 600 and or sorry, no, time, not divide, time to divide that. That's not, I mean, that could be pretty close. Oh, that's too much. Or no, it's not. So 450. I think I am. I think I'm gonna give him. All I have to do is take out this K. That's it. That's literally all I gotta do is take out the K. This is perfect. We're gonna give him 375. So he's gonna have 375. This works. We're gonna give him 338 HP. And we're gonna give him 200 attack. I'm going to adjust the light levels on this because these do get kind of hard to see. And what made it harder at first was the sun glare that I had up here. It was very, like, very bright. You're back? Alright, man. You're back. Glad to have you back in here. How's it going there, Doodle? So, we're going to adjust these stats. And I am, like I said, the water is also a factor of light because of the blues. And there's also white within there. So, I'm going to do some adjusting that. Okay, so now, what I was typically do that I tell people is I take this HP to get his battle points. I take a... That's good, Doodle. I'm glad you're doing good. It's always awesome to hear when people are doing good, you know? So I'm going to take this, his attack, or sorry, HP, which is 338. And I always try to get a number that I think feels balanced. And we're going to start with like 20%. So you lose 67 battle points. He's really high, so I kind of want to go up in the 70s range, 70-ish range, 65, 70 range. I'm going to try 30's too much. Let's go 25. 25. I think I'm going to stick with like 20 to 22%. 20. We go 22%. Well, no. I'm going to go down to 70. About 20%. So that's 70. Or, sorry. Yeah, 70. So you lose 70 battle points when he's knocked out. He's not the highest, like, powered mon. Some of them get up there. Oh, yeah, I also need to go through and adjust these. So, and you can see there's that L for legendary. 20 good. 20. Oh, 20. Yeah, 20%. Yeah. So 20% of his HP is around 70%. It's like 67 or something like that. But 20% I think is pretty good. Yeah. And I'll play test these more and stuff like that. And that's where the prototypes I made are going to come in handy. And then I also need to adjust, like I said, the light. So, oh, I don't have a hollow point on this card. Well, that's an easy fix. I'll just come over here, grab this bad boy. I don't even think I have I got a white edge. What I'm missing is this thing right here. Oh no, I have it. Why was that not there before? So see how he is right now? Like, the hollow looks alright, but I also have to adjust his brightness. So let's do this. I don't know why he's up that high. Holy crap. So I like to bring the contrast up a little bit. I like to bring this brightness. It does help if I take it off. Something else here is, well, no, you can see it. See how little spots are darker? You'll definitely notice because if I bring the contrast up. Something's up here on this one though. It feels like there's another light level or something that's just kind of not feeling too. Maybe it's just me. It might just be me. Well, here's how I can really tell. This is what I do want to use it on. Because this is going to help me. You know what? I'm just going to delete this. And we're going to start from scratch. Yep. So it was that. I have no idea what was making that weird. But, so, I don't know if I should bring this down. See how, yeah, I should. Because look how bright this is. See that? And it really, and especially with the holographic being on there, because it's going to be on there, we're going to bring him out there. And I think this contrast should be another way. Let's just do this. That looks alright. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. The ultimate unlimited form is, it looks freaking, dude. It looks like this. If that's the right box. I'm pretty sure it's gotta be. Something's up with these. I don't, maybe it's because I may have, when I first did this, oh yeah, it is. I had them on separate boxes. See how it's blue there, white there, blue, white. I think, I don't know why I have these. I have to go through and actually click on every little point that I have there. Hollow is nice. Yeah, it's not too bad. The Ultimate Unlimited of it looks way better though. So like here, check this out. I gotta readjust the icons, but the Ultimate Unlimited looks pretty awesome. So if I click on this edge and I make it the white edge instead, and what I see, he would have something like this, but then I gotta turn on all, and I don't know why I did so many of these. Typically I just do one that goes over. Why is that like hidden? Oh, that's why it's hidden, because it's an extra water layer. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. So why is it? Oh, I have so many layers in here. There we go. So it looks like this. See, I need to figure out and go through and readjust. So it looks like that, essentially. And even the, that has a different color as well. Just everything is completely different. The way I should do this, which I'm gonna see. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I just gotta fix this one color up here. So I'm gonna go back really quick. I'm gonna Control Delete all this. So I can go all the way back to right here. And I think I'm just gonna put a adjustment layer under it, but I have to make sure it matches his. And see, usually I just do one and then it instantly does it. Oh yeah, thank you. So is there like different types like Pokemon VMAX, GMAX, E? So no, I have not done anything like that yet. So like the full arts or something, this is going to be your rare cards. These alternate color schemes are going to be, and they're going to be like events in the pack. So it's going to be like for 6 months, you'll have a chance to obtain like 5 or 6 Ultimate Unlimited cards. I will do like alternate cards, like full arts. I thought about, but I think I want to do those where they're more of like events. And what I mean by that, like, let's say I hold a tournament, right? And people battle. I would make like, let's say whoever the champion is, let's say his name's Jim, and Jim wins the whole tournament. So Jim would get like his favorite card, and I would change the artwork around of the base card. So like, let's say Dortle's Jim's favorite card. I would redraw Dortle in an entirely different way, and I would name the card Jim's Dortle. And then I would release that as a limited edition like event card that everybody can get. And that would be like kind of the way to honor the people who play in the tournaments and become like the champions, kind of. So there'll be stuff like that, but I haven't really thought about adding like full V-Star or full art cards. Right now it's just these alternate colored schemes of these, they're called Ultimate Unlimiteds, where, like I said, they look like this, and they're different. It's an entirely different color, and it could be any card in the deck. Like literally any card. It could be the weakest Mon in the entire game, and they would all have their own ultimate color schemes like this. And these are basically the rarest cards you can get. And I thought of doing that instead of like full arts, because I'm more into playing the like Pokemon games itself. I have Pokemon cards on my shelf. But when I played the games, I always thought it was cool that you could shiny hunt. And I was like, and that was the thing, you know, when you're shiny hunting, you're trying to get the rare shinies. And in Pokemon, I know they have the shinies, and some of the cards are pretty easy to get for shinies. But I thought, what if the really rare cards in my game are kind of like hunting a shiny Pokemon, where you want that alternate color scheme and alternate color of the card and the ultimate unlimited. And that's where my thought was going. More like a RPG, like an RPG video game is essentially how I'm approaching the card game. But I'm looking at other card games and taking aspects from them and trying to improve on them. So like the type in Pokemon, you don't have types, but Yu-Gi-Oh does have types. And like some other card games, you have classes, so there's a class in here. Pokemon is really smart about applying rules, and that's something you don't see a lot of card games do. And here's a rule set. You don't have to look up the rule's right here for you, the form rule, and it lets you know the rule of that card. And then form summons are kind of like evolving in Pokemon. But there are other summons in Monquest as well. There's level summoning. So if Dortle didn't have a form summon, he would be a level summon because he's above level 30. When they go above level 30, you have to level summon. So you have to, like, basically like in Yu-Gi-Oh, you sacrifice a monster, but basically you have to sacrifice any mon that is level 30 to 50 for him. And so and there's a whole rule book I have and everything I'm working on. But there's stuff like that. The attack and defense and HP. I thought of this more like an RPG because there are counters, or like you can counter opponent's attack. So let me show you with where's he at? Electri has a counter ability. So Electri has a counter ability. So let's say your player attacks you. It's called Lightning Jab, and it has a coin here to let you know you got to flip a coin. So it says player calls heads or tails. If the coin lands on the player's call, then the attacking mon takes Electri's damage. Attack is damage. However, if it's called wrong, then Electri takes 25 extra damage plus the attacking mon's attack. So there's stuff like that. There's defense. So I thought of this, like I said, more of like an RPG. You turn the card, kind of like in Yu-Gi-Oh when you turn them to their side, but you're defending at this point, and it's not going to kill the mon necessarily. You basically, if somebody has a higher attack than your defense, you just take your mon takes the difference from his HP. It doesn't die until its HP runs out. And then kind of like in Yu-Gi-Oh, you have life points, but in my game, you have what's called battle points. And mons can't attack your battle points directly. You take battle point damage when the mon dies, but there are some mons that can attack you directly, if that's starting to make a little more sense there. Then there's weaknesses, and I thought about this more is in terms of like the Pokemon RPG game. There are weaknesses, and I made an entire chart. Here are his weaknesses, and he will take 2 times the damage. I think in the card game they have something like that too, but he'll take 2 times the damage. And then, like I was saying, there's an attribute pool. Like in Pokemon, you have I forgot what they call them, but like in Magic the Gathering and stuff like that, you have cards you put under the mon, and then that mon uses those ability, or it can keep using its like land. You put land under it, right, in Magic the Gathering, and then it can keep using like its ability. But the difference here is that this is his ability pool, and anytime you use like charge boost, you have to remove one ability card underneath this mon each time, and this pool can run out. And when that pool runs out, you have to use things like item cards, armor or accessory cards, or other mon abilities to restore the ability pool, so that way you can keep using your abilities. And I thought that would be cool because I didn't want him to keep just being overpowered with abilities. I wanted to limit that so players couldn't, like, I'm gonna take advantage of this. And that's where the balancing comes in. There's stuff like that. There's like if you use an item card in the game, let's say Electri has 20 HP left, and let's say you use a full HP potion on him to get him back to 70. Well, if you use that full HP potion and you get him back to 70, he can't attack that turn. So that takes away from his turn too. Same thing applies with, so anything that heals them or their attribute pools, like anything like that, it takes away from your turn. Or even if you use an item to do damage to your opponent's Mon, to its HP, that'll also take away from the Mon's turn. And it's not like you have your turn, but there's a difference here. And let me show you what I mean exactly. Like in Pokemon, you have one-on-one battles, and you have, you know, I think it's like 4 or 5 monsters. I can't remember. It's been a while since I actually played the game itself. Where did I put? So hopefully this helps. I haven't really explained this stuff in videos, but I'm going to eventually. I'm going to keep making Mons and stuff so that way, you know, I can get a lot of it out there before. So I'm going to bring this up. Oh, I got to close some stuff out. That's why. There's just too much open. Let's save Electron. Save Dordle. Save Fortice. Close that out. We'll just close it all out. And it should open up. So now, here's what the field would kind of look like. So, like, what is the best card in your opinion? So, so when I created this, like, as a kid, I created this game. It was a long time ago, and I always had this card in my head, and I wanted to make, it's called Draganos, and it has like an armor card you have to use to like summon him out, and that'll probably be my favorite card once I figure out exactly how I want to make him look. That would be the best card in my opinion. It really depends on the player, because there's going to be a lot of different strategic stuff that players can do. I'm going to show you exactly by this. This is your battlefield. You can have 2 Mons. You have a discard pile and a deck pile. And the best card is really up to you. And the best, like my favorite one, like I said, is going to be this card called Draganos that I'm going to make. But best card, this is really going to come down to an idea of how the player approaches it. This, now I'm going to take this out because I was going to do tokens, but there are no token cards. This is just attribute cards now. There are no longer token cards in the game. Now here's how it works. You can play 1 item card on each of your turns. This is the attribute card, so you can fill this up. And I'm deciding, I think, if I'm going to make it where you can have 15 attribute cards in each of these little slots. You could have them all fire attributes if you want. Maybe you have a fire deck. You want to make them all 6 slots full of 15 fire attribute cards, right? A matter of fact, let me give you an example of exactly what I'm talking about here too. We're going to take completed cards. We're going to take Flarky, for instance, okay? This is a fire turkey named Flarky. We're going to export him out. Export. And then we'll go Flarky. He's in the display. We'll just put him in the display cards. Alright, so we're going to do this. You can have 2 Mons on the field. Screw it. Let's take Darkmare out. And everybody says he looks like Gengar, but I promise he is not Gengar. Oh, I gotta close something out. Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I appreciate that. Oh, don't tell me it crashed. Floor key won't close.